Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Let's talk a little bit about Charterstone. Now, I'm going to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. I'm not going to give you anything you're going to be opening. You're not going to know anything. But I am going to talk a little bit about the game, my likes and dislikes about the game, which isn't really going to spoil anything. If you don't want to know anything about this game before you open up, then this is the video for you. But I'm not going to be spoiling anything that you open up, any buildings, what they do. But I might talk a little bit about strategy in this, only because it's imperative to my review of this game. Okay, that's out of the way. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to turn this off if you don't want any spoilers, but I'll kind of warn you as I go into each step, add more and more spoilers. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Charterstone is a legacy game. So one of those games would be ripping up cards and getting rid of pieces, adding pieces, and the rules will be constantly changing. I think this is a fantastic gateway game. If you have never played a worker placement game, this is a fantastic place to start because game one is super simple. There's nothing going on. And it's very simple. Do. And I think it's gateway. And the game actually works as a gateway because they add a rule here, a rule there. And I think as it goes on, it will either click for people or it'll end up being too much. Like, it's too much is changing. But instead of playing 12 different games and introducing them, one and a rule change every single time with a little bit of variance, I think that keeps it new and fresh. Now, for me, somebody who loves worker placement games, which this is, and somebody who loves these resource gathering games, which this is, I have to say this one was a little bit too simple for me. I didn't really care about what was going on that much. I guess it's neat that so-and-so built a building here on your board. It's there. Since I'm never going to play your copy, it was just always there to me, right? With game 2 or 3, just that's where it was at. There is some choices that will be made throughout the game about who builds what, opens what. And I guess that's fairly interesting. I gotta say this. Legacy games, I'm getting a little burnt out on you. Pandemic Season 1 was really great, refreshing and new, but this idea the game's going to be ever-changing hasn't really blown me away since then, and Charterstone is no different. It's just boring. And I felt like they had this game, and they backed off of it, and took everything out so you could build it back up later. And really the only variance that you're doing in this game is where you're building the buildings at, right? They're going to be in different charters, different locations on the board. A little bit more than that, but not too much, really. That's really what the main mechanism is that we're doing here. So, as a game itself, I didn't find it very interesting. I can't say I had a lot of fun with it. It was always exciting to open up a new box and see what's inside. And that pulled me in more than what I'm doing on the board. So with Pandemic Legacy Season 1, you got Pandemic, and that's a very good game. People like Pandemic. Whether you're tired of Pandemic or not, you can't admit that, a lot of people like it. So you're playing Pandemic over and over again, so you have that basis. When Part 2 comes out with Pandemic, it's different. And I don't know that's as interesting or as well loved as that base game that you get of Pandemic. So with Charterstone, you're getting a generic, very easy worker placement game. And it's not that much fun to me. I like other worker placement games. And at the end of my 12 games, I guess I have a worker placement game that's unique to me, but not one that I actually want to play that much. So my finished copy of Charterstone, I would purge. I don't necessarily want to keep it. It has some fond memories because of the legacy aspect. And it's almost like the legacy's making me like it more than the actual game. Because I actually played it 12 times. I don't play a lot of games 12 times. So it forced me to, but the experience wasn't that good. Okay, so let's put that aside. I'm going to get into a little bit of spoilers about how to score. If you don't want to know anything about the scoring, now would be the time to cut it off. I'm not going to give you anything like what's in boxes or cards, but one of my major complaints is how this game scores. If you don't want to know anything about it, I'm going to give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about scoring, because this is the biggest negative that I have on the game. In my game, we had a person, we're going to call him 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 won 8 games, 8 of the 12. 2 won 3. We had the third person won 1, and the fourth person won 0. At the end of it, the fourth person, the person who won 0 games, said he ended up winning the entire campaign. So they purposely lost the games because it was more beneficial to lose and to build buildings and to do other things other than winning the game. As long as I stayed close enough, I could give up the victory in exchange for building something different that would help me either long-term build more buildings or build the higher building. So this player focused on building the victory point buildings with the most points. and having the most personas by opening up the crates, and kind of threw away the winning. So in our campaign, winning was worth 7 points, but if you lost, you got capacity, which was worth 3. So winning was worth a net point of 4. Each glory point you got was worth 10. So and this is what he claimed he was doing, was that as long as he was within range, so let's say the winner got 89 and he got 80 points, so you're getting the same glory, you're getting 8 glory, which is 80 points each. If you scored 7 for winning and he scored 3 for capacity, there's a 4-point difference that he has to make up. Well, he would make that up by using a persona that you weren't using, or building a higher building than you were. So, and he would do that on purpose, He would purposely lose in order to get those additional points. So he said sometimes it'd be like, well, I could win this game by doing this and this, but it's more beneficial overall if I build this building, or if I do this other action, open this crate, and kind of roll the dice sometimes, I would get a persona or something new that would score me more long-term points. And that's what he would do. And he ended up winning 0 of the games, but winning second place enough and strategically winning those in order to win the entire campaign. Now, he said, I can't verify it, that he would lose on purpose in order to do these other actions, or slow the game down on purpose to give himself time to do that, knowing it was going to cost him the victory, because winning the game was only worth a net of 4 points if everything else was equal, and you stay within that 10 point of glory. And sometimes he said it would burn me because somebody would get up to like 90 and I'd be at 85, so they would get 10 more points than me, but I would have to make it up either way. So building another building that was worth 10, or opening up a persona, which would give me the 7 points or more for having another persona, which would equal more than the 10 you were getting for the extra glory and winning. And he would routinely do that. He was able to manipulate the scoring in such a way that he didn't win. Now, I put a thread up, and I kind of got a lot of negative feedback about my comments, but I stick by them in the fact that this is my experience with the game. Your experience would be different. Other people were like, well, I don't know if that's true. And I'm like, it may not have been true in your experience, but it was true in mine, and it kind of soured me on it, where somebody would purposely lose in order to score more points. Winning didn't score enough points to us. It didn't really matter. And some people said, well, you have the scoring cards early enough. You got about halfway through the game. You know what you're going to score. So for the first half, you really don't. And the second half, I guess you do. And you can play to that scoring. That is 100% true. I don't think the game is flawed. I don't think it's broken. I just don't think it's an experience that I enjoy. I don't enjoy a game that maybe it's in your best interest to lose in order to score more campaign points. I didn't really like that push and pull. You may love it. You may think that's the best thing since sliced bread, and you want every game to be like that. Okay. I don't. And this is my review, and I get to put forth my views, and you get to make your review, and you get to put forth your views. And I don't want to be like negative when I'm saying that. I just know that the feedback is coming, that I didn't understand it or didn't play it right or something like that. But we played it right. We just didn't enjoy the outcome of it. We didn't enjoy what the game presented to us. Now, no, we didn't really have a good time playing the game. That's something else brought up. Well, if you didn't like the scoring, did you enjoy playing the game? Not really. It was okay. I just played so many worker placement games, so many better worker placement games. And then, the components weren't really that good, so I bought upgraded components for it, which the pricing doesn't really matter to me, but I would have liked the components to have been nicer, especially if I'm going to be stuck with, not stuck, but this is a new type of legacy game where when you're done, you can continue to play it. For me, Charterstone is a complete miss. Didn't like the game overall. Although the scoring would have been different, I felt like if it wasn't beneficial to lose, I think that I would have enjoyed the game more. I didn't really like how it played out. None of us did. At the end, we were like, that's kind of anticlimactic. Because this person, I feel like if you didn't win any games, that maybe you should be out of it. But I get the point that the scoring is presented, so you can, you can play to that. I don't enjoy scoring where losing is beneficial. I just don't, I don't understand it. I don't enjoy it. And none of us at the table did. We were all done. We were like, ugh. We wasted, quite a few game nights playing this game. Wish we would have done something different. So I think legacy games are actually going to be off the table for us for a while. There are some other legacy games, but they don't really interest us. And because you're investing so much into them, when they don't pan out, you really felt soured over a longer experience. And I think it makes you dislike the game more. So Charterstone for us, absolute purge. Look, if you want to play this game and it's been out for a while, so many people have, and they have their own opinions on it, it's fine. You can go elsewhere and see those. For me, I didn't like the scoring. I think that if somebody won 8 out of 12 games, somebody won 0, they should really be in a position to win. And it isn't who wins the most games should win necessarily. I understand the scoring in this game is different. it just wasn't a fulfilling experience for us. And we all left like, wow, we wasted a lot of time on this one. Glad I dodged the bullet of Seafall. I didn't dodge the bullet of Charterstone. Your mileage may vary. For us, absolute Purge. This is a stinker. And in our game group now, when a game sucks and it's unfulfilling, it's called a Charterstone. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, even if you disagree with me. I hope this has been helpful. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing.